Okay, okay. Well, I'll get back with you. Right now, you sit too close, huh? Okay. Is that okay? Can you reach? You're too far, so come closer. Okay. To the pedal. Actually, the idea is when you use the pedal, is not to sit the way she sits. Actually, stand up. Let's demonstrate the right way. Be careful, don't sit. Now, sit down, lean, and the heel has to be on the floor. This is how we really have to use the pedal. Can you do it like this? Yeah? Okay. So, Gabi is going to open with a piece by Johann Sebastian Bach called Musette, which is a hunting song. Go. And she will continue with a surprise song from the symphony by Joseph Haydn. And I don't know if you know the story, relax a minute. If you know the story of the Surprise Symphony, this is when Joseph Haydn, who was a great composer in the 18th century, he actually was invited to live at the Prince Esterhazy's palace because he was such a great musician, and the prince had an orchestra, and he had musicians hired by him to write music and perform it for him every Sunday morning after breakfast and after the service. He would have all his guests sit there, listen to music. Now, you can imagine the guests were not musicians. The prince was a musician. He was really good at music. But the guests were people who were so excited, you know, being invited by the prince, and they would dress up and all this stuff and tell all their friends they came for it. But they were not musicians. They were not really interested in the music. So they would sit and listen to the orchestra play, and usually they would fall asleep after a big meal, and you know, they would fall asleep. The orchestra members were really upset, and they complained to Joseph Haydn, who conducted and couldn't see. He was conducting with his back to the audience. And he, instead of talking with the prince about it, went and composed a symphony. And in the middle of the symphony, after it was kind of quiet for a while, and it had this melody that you're going to hear, he gave a really major part to the drums. And all these guests got up, and they were so embarrassed, and you know, and the prince he thought it was hysterical. And he named the symphony the Surprise Symphony. So we're going to hear now the air from the Surprise Symphony. Song called the Sphinx. Very important in music, and this is basically what we are trying to learn, that there is a loud and there is a soft, and there are differences also in all kinds of little pieces of music. Each one is different. Even if you take a big symphony, you will have there some parts that are very soft and other parts that are very loud. Others will be very fast and others very slow. So we have all those components in music. And we are going to hear now the swans. would like to invite Antonio, okay? And then you play right next. Don't worry. Okay. Antonio, sit together. Okay. And now you figure they're brother and sister, right?
He doesn't remember which section he played.
The one there. Oh, where are you playing?
Yeah.
Sit down, sit down, sit down. Okay, you play here, and you play here, right? They have an upright piano. This is a grand piano. Not much of a difference, but when you're a child and you come from one instrument to another, you look and you say, where am I? Where am I? Okay? So, we are going to play Do a Deer. Okay. Fix the chair for the pedal, because we start this.